Hey folks, how you doing? Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas. Right here, bangthebook.com, inviting you to follow along on Twitter at bangthebook. Follow me at Brian Blessing. And we always look forward to the Sports Betting Podcast with Adam Burke. And I love Tuesdays. I get to jump on with Adam each and every Tuesday as football is right around the corner. Coming to you from the set of Sportsbook Radio here in Las Vegas. And we're talking about week 2 of preseason football. Now, there were things that happened in week 1 that are tried and true angles where history repeats itself. Coaches that want to win, it matters to them. Teams with experience like the Ravens had a big edge over the Rams, posted a shutout, won for fun, had a good quarterback rotation. And then there was a team like the Buffalo Bills trying to find a quarterback. They got 3 guys competing, and they need wide receivers, so what are they doing? They're throwing it 39 times. Now, the one thing that's on the board here, which is really stupefying in the years we've been doing this, never have seen preseason totals like this. Heading into week 2, virtually every game is in the 40s. That's unheard of. One of the reasons this is happening is the new helmet rule. The officials are going out of their way. They're sending a message to the players, and they're throwing the personal foul, initiating contact with the helmet flag all the time, 3, 4, 5 times a game. What is it? It's a 15-yard penalty that gets teams closer to at least field goal range, or at the very least keeps drives alive because it could be happening on a 3rd down. So the drives are more sustained, hence more points are being scored. So that's why the totals are on the rise. Now you got to look at the quarterback rotations again. The one low total that I sit here, I'm staring at, is Cleveland and Buffalo, where you got Tyrod Taylor, Baker Mayfield, and Drew Stanton. They won for fun against the Giants. The Bills have Peterman, McCarron, and the kid looks really good. Josh Allen moved him up to the 2nd team. And they're also evaluating wide receivers, threw it 39 times in their first game, lost to Carolina, but it was a high-scoring game. Yet this remains one of the lowest totals on the board. I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to go over the total, but it's something you pay attention to. Another one that, if you read between the lines, makes you be a buyer beware kind of mode with Oakland and the Rams. The Rams are 3-point favorites, and the total on the game is 40.5. Well, here's the caveat. These two teams play each other opening week. Why would either coach show the other team anything in this game? It stands to reason it would be a very vanilla game. Run the ball, keep it simple. Maybe Carr gets a series or 2, but you're not going to be rolling out anything special. It's going to be as bland and pedestrian a game plan for both of these teams to just simply not let the cat out of the bag because they have to play each other in the opener. Now, these are the kind of things you got to pay attention to. Then, Washington's 2.5 3-point favorites at home to the Jets. Washington, a punch to the gut where they lose Geist. That's the one thing about preseason football. It's so devastating when good players and guys that you're expecting to contribute get hurt in meaningless preseason games. But you get the same sort of scenario here, with the Jets, where that quarterback rotation of McCown, Bridgewater, and Darnold look really good, and all the buzz out of New York is that Darnold, may end up being the starter. Well, what are you going to do? You got to make sure, you got to get him work, you got to get him legged up and ready to go. The other side of the coin is if Darnold really is going to be the guy right out of the gate, might they not be showcasing McCown or Bridgewater and maybe move one of these guys? There are just so many subplots that you have to go between the lines when you're talking about preseason football. But again, it comes down to what is a coach's history? What are the coaches trying to accomplish in the game? I mean, you had Detroit and Oakland in the game this past week. It was a lower scoring affair. They had just got done scrimmaging each other during the week. So there was an element of familiarity, and likely the coaches probably had a friendly discussion, even though it's a competition. They're saying, hey, I want to work on this. What are you going to work on? And they maybe even to a degree accommodated one another in the course of the game itself. So you have to have that outside-the-box mentality when you're approaching preseason football. Another full slate of games. Starters will get to be on the field a little bit more. Week 3 will be the dress rehearsal. Look for the teams that have defined question marks at certain positions and think what they're trying to accomplish. It will serve you in a good way over the course of preseason football. Always fun to be with you here at bangthebook.com. Don't forget you can follow along at Bang the Book. Follow me on Twitter at Brian Blessing.